works. But if somebody could kindly explain to me what the benefit is, I would appreciate you. I'm gonna hold your hand with a hazmat suit on when I say this. We can explain it to you all day, but we can't understand it for you. Been explaining it to you. In fact, we had leading scientists, economists, everyone was in your face telling you, hey, Donald Trump's concepts of plans will tank the economy, and I don't even know what they're gonna do to international diplomacy. So anytime I see somebody that voted for Trump, voted for Jill Stein, or abstained from voting, wants some sort of explanation or comfort, no, you don't get that from us. Pull yourself up from your bootstraps and learn to self-soothe. Get a therapist with the concepts of savings that you thought you were going to have with those groceries. We're witnessing genocide, ethnic cleansing. And the thing is that he said he was going to do these things, but because he promised you no taxes on your overtime or tips, you were like, I don't care, it doesn't affect me directly. Your problem was immigrants the whole time? Then why aren't you doing anything about Elon Musk? I want to be quite clear. If you shared any misinformation about Kamala Harris during the election and you're coming to us now for us to comfort you and to explain, the answer is no. Words mean nothing. Take action. Call your representatives. Make this right. And then we'll talk.
She's 100% right. You don't deserve an explanation from us. We explained everything that was going to happen if this man got elected before the election, and you didn't want to listen. So, seriously, for all of the people out there that are having a problem right now, the Hispanic people that voted for Trump but don't understand why members of their family have been deported, the farmers that voted for Trump but don't understand why their payments are being shut off, or the Arab American community that voted for Trump and are outraged at his proposal to take over Gaza but still say that they would vote for him. Fuck all of you. You were told what was going to happen, not just by us, but by people in your own communities, and you still voted for him. And now you want to clutch your pearls and feign outrage. Too fucking bad. You own this. Tom, what are you talking about with these folks? Here.
I need your help to save my farm and many other farms. I wanted to give you guys an update on what we figured out with our contractor, NRCS. So to give you some backstory, if you haven't watched the previous video, please go out, watch that previous video I've got on there. We are possibly going to lose our farm if NRCS doesn't hold up their contract with us on the EQIP program. So the reason that they're not able to hold up the contract is our EQIP program, which is cost sharing on fences, waters, a well, and some seedings, was funded by the Inflation Reduction Act. Because of the executive orders, there's a pause or a freeze on the funding through the Inflation Reduction Act, and they're not able to pay out on the stuff that we completed or anything going forward. But the issue I have is I've already done a bunch of the work, already paid for the material, already paid for the labor, so I'm out all that cost, and I use my farm operating expenses in order to do those projects, because per contract, I knew that I was going to get cost sharing refunds on the stuff once completed, but now that it's completed, they're saying that they're unable to provide the funds because of the freeze on the Inflation Reduction Act funds. So I reached out to a couple different senators and Congress people. So I reached out to Ann Wagner's office. I have not heard back from them. I reached out to Josh Hawley's office. I have heard back from him, not from him personally, but from his office. And they are looking into it because they said that this should not be happening. The intention was not to take away the funding from the farmers, but doing the Inflation Reduction Act, cutting those costs, then it's also taken away from the programs that those programs helped out.
By now you've seen him. He's been talked about quite a bit, and a mutual of mine, Will Westmoreland, reached out to him and is engaging him in conversation. But he is one of many people that bought into this and is going to get hurt as a result of it. Now, I've been dealing with this jackass farmer out of Iowa who is absolutely insane. And he thinks that only one type of subsidy for farmers exists, and it's based on your acreage. But he doesn't take into consideration guys like this who are getting screwed over by the Trump administration and who are going to possibly lose their farm because, once again, Donald Trump doesn't want to honor contracts that are already in place. So, excuse me, I need to sneeze. Excuse me about that. At the end of the day, the point of this video is Will, I think, is being extraordinarily kind by having a conversation with this gentleman. Everybody told him what was going to happen. Now he's done videos going, well, I don't watch the news. I don't pay attention to things. Well, then you should. Maybe you should start. Because you had a contract with the government. You're telling me you don't keep up on modern news, political news, current affairs, when you have a contract with the government for how many tens of thousands of dollars? And he's just one of a bunch of farmers. We're seeing Arab Americans in Michigan making content saying how frightened they are about Trump's position on Gaza, yet they would still vote for him again. The one woman said, I voted for Donald Trump because of Joe Biden's position supporting Israel. Well, how do you like the U.S.'s position supporting Israel now? She doesn't like it, but she voted for it. We saw a couple of different gentlemen. My wife was taken away by ICE. Nobody's showing up for work. Yeah. Once again, you voted for it. We don't need to sit here and hold your fucking hand and explain to you why these things are happening when you didn't want to listen to us the first time around.